There's new stuff, Donovan.
What new stuff, Lee?
Now, this is probably
This video that Aba Preach did, it's not about the August stuff. It's about the November.
Oh, here we go.
okay. So this is about an hour in, so he's visibly frustrated at this point, and you're gonna see the real cattiness come out.
Now O'Shea is in the chat.
See, now look. Okay, so apparently he's had beef with O'Shea before, right? Him and O'Shea went back and forth on whatever. I don't know. I wasn't in the. I don't follow most of this stuff, and I wasn't making content whenever that happened, and I didn't follow it anyway. But so now all of these guys will jump in each other's chats, right? Leader Turner will pop up in someone's chat. Kevin Samuels will pop up in. Donovan Sharpe pops up in somebody's chat. O'Shea, mediocre tutorials, reviews. All these guys pop up in each other's chats every now and again whenever they have live streams, right? It's common. But because Lead is taking him to task on his foolishness, and O'Shea pops into the chat because Aba from Aba and Preach was in the chat earlier. So now it's a conspiracy. This guy is crazy.
Okay. All right.
See, look, it is
Well,
visibly upset now.
yep. Okay. Well, this makes sense now. This makes sense now. O'Shea is in the chat now.
Look at this, visibly upset.
Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, this explains all of it.
Now he was saying earlier, Lee
This
could be.
explains everything.
This
explains
Lee
it.
could be objective and not
This explains
biased,
it, man.
and he has respect for him. But now,
This explains everything.
This
Now
explains everything.
O'Shea's in the chat.
watch this. This guy.
Wow. Technomage B5 says,
And this dude's drinking milk. Crazy.
Technomage B5 says, this doesn't add up. No, actually, this adds up fairly quickly. Yeah. Street Fighter 88 says, I'm seeing some us versus them BS. It all makes sense.
Because you guys move like women.
It all makes sense. It all makes sense. This is incredible. That's it. That's it. This all makes perfect sense, man.
He feels betrayed now.
And I I suspected it. I mean, I didn't suspect. I mean, you guys heard me thinking out loud, right? I was like, well, who knows? I don't know. Maybe O'Shea put this. O'Shea put TLA up to this because I'm told O'Shea did another video on me or whatever.
This is okay. All right. So, shout out to Omawali Africa for redefining manhood, because what's going on for manhood in the manosphere, and I understand why Jason Black called it the winosphere. He called it the winosphere, and this is not for everybody in the manosphere, but for some people in the manosphere, it is there are definitely whiners here. I mean, this guy thinks someone is teaming up against him. Him and the Fresh and Fit guys. For someone, for what? Why would they do that? For what purpose? Okay, I got up a post here on Facebook. This is on Fresh and Fit's Facebook. How I helped the top red pill podcaster Donovan Sharpe lose 30 plus pounds. Donovan is the hardest working content creator I know. He runs the most professional podcast in the sphere and is growing exponentially on all platforms. However, all this work started to take a toll on his fitness, and I had the honor and privilege of helping him mirror the same success he has with his show back on his physique. There's no secret here. Donovan got here by working hard in the gym and eating correctly. Donovan works 80 to 100 hours per hour weeks and went all in to invest thousands of dollars in his own home gym despite the pandemic. So tell me, what's your excuse again? Maybe people don't have thousands of dollars to invest in a home gym, but that's neither here nor there. The scary part is we are just starting. Stay tuned for a second update. DM me if you're in, what is it? DM me to see if you're a good fit for my coaching. All of these guys sell some type of coaching, which is insane. Donovan wasn't always that way. I mean, I just in doing some research for this video, and like I said, shout out to him. He got himself in shape, but he's always been this way. He didn't just get that way because he works 100-hour work weeks and so forth. He's been that way. Donovan has absolutely been this way. You know, like I said, fat adults were usually fat children. And now let me say this thing about Fresh and Fit. So I mean, we all have cousins, but I mean, this particular cousin of mine, blood cousin, first cousin, you know, my father and his mother are siblings. And this has happened when I was in my 20s. We had just came from a club and we were out at one of the late night spots after the club closes, you know, getting something to eat or whatever. Just kind of posted up. A couple of dudes walked into the restaurant or whatever, like a Applebee's, whatever them places were. I can't even remember exactly. But anyway, they walked in, and you know, I'm taller than my cousin, so he said to me, "Hey man, I had some beef with this dude or whatever, man. You know, you might have to fight him, man. You know, because the dude was taller than me. I'm taller than my cousin, so he was like." You may have to fight that dude, man, you know, because he tall, man, you know, you might have to get him. I was like, nah, you know, nah, you got beef with him. I don't have no beef with the dude, you know. I'm just like, he got his partner with him. I'll make sure the dude don't jump you, but, you know, if you going to handle that, go swing on the dude or whatever you going to do, you know, just let me know, and we'll just handle it however it pop off. You know, nothing popped off, but, you know, I'm telling my cousin, first cousin, nah, homie, you know, what did Bone say in Training Day? I think Donovan Sharpe and these guys need to listen to Training Day, the scene at the end where Alonzo, after he had tried to kill Jake, and he was up in the jungle, and Jake had taken the money, and then you know, the Bloods or the Pyrus there, you know, they came out and Bone told him,
You got us twisted, homie. You gotta put your own work in around here.
you got to put your own work in around here. I don't know where these guys learned this. I got to take up for my friends, and especially in some type of YouTube beef. Like, you shouldn't have had to say anything. Those are grown dudes. They may be younger than Aba Preach, but you got to hold your own nuts. And to hold your own nuts, it just simply means just to take care of your own business. This is a book that they all need to read. They need to go check this out on Audible right now. The relationship manual for men. Learn how to hold your own nuts, man. You gotta handle your own business. And these guys are out here selling courses to young dudes. Man, you guys have to really vet who you listening to. I mean, these dudes are running around here with this, you know, it's us or them, and nobody's really. There's no beef. There's enough. Most viewers are spread out anyway. They listen to 2-3 different content creators all in the same space. Donovan should be telling these young dudes, he's older, man, you got to hold your own nuts. Hey man, these dudes still talking about you guys. You guys got to go. Y'all handle that. You know, the fresh guy, whatever, the dude with the red shirt, he told one of them, hey, he liked to box, he liked to get in the gym, and then when the brother took him up on the offer, I think it was Preach. Then now it's mum's the word. Now, you know, we just want to get back to making content. But you can't invite somebody to you know, throw hands and then, okay, now we got to get back to content. You know, hey man, this is YouTube. People react to other people's videos. You know, I had it happen to me. Somebody chopped up something that I said, and it's okay, whatever. It is what it is. All right. Best you could do is make content about it and move on and keep it pushing. But But this guy being that emotionally invested in what someone else is doing and what other dudes have going on, man, these dudes got to hold their own nuts. If they can't, those aren't the type of dudes that you should be around. Like, I never wanted to be around a dudes that, hey, if something's gonna go down, you running for the door. Like, no, I just rather be by myself as opposed to some cat that is gonna run his mouth and then something pop off and then he run and leave me there by myself. Because I know if I'm rolling solo, then whatever happens is on me. I don't have nobody. It's all on me. There ain't nobody else coming for help. There ain't nobody coming to save me. But yeah, man, this is these type of things, and they keep happening, and it shows you that is there needs to be a purge. But I mean, obviously, you can't stop who listeners or people want to listen to. So that means the guys like Fresh and Fit will never go anywhere. Donovan Sharpe will never go anywhere. And these guys are selling courses. And it really baffles me that you'll pay these guys an exorbitant amount of money to teach you certain things that it's still going to take trial and error to learn. No matter what a pickup artist tells you, that learn game is still about trial and error. What worked on talking points that worked on one woman ain't gonna work on another. Now, in general, if you just have a presence just to be able to talk and talk to a woman and so forth and so on, and just generally, that's cool. But there's nothing that you're still gonna have to trial and error. Some women are gonna rock with you, some aren't. All this stuff about you can get any woman. No, that's not true. You have the potential. You may be able to have the confidence, but all women ain't gonna rock with you. And anybody that knows women understands that hey, there's some that's gonna rock with you, some that aren't. It is just what it is. A chick that like white dudes is just not gonna rock with a dude that's black. You know what I mean? But whatever. Vet who you looking for. I mean, really vet who you guys are listening to and taking advice from. These dudes who show these, because one of the things that the lead attorney was saying was that if these were women, you'd be all over them. Now you're holding these men to a lesser standard. And and this is not all, because there's some guys who you can tell are genuine and authentic in on YouTube, but there are some who just had a bad time in the black community, and now it's kind of like, hey, I have a platform, I can say whatever I want to say. I'm telling you, Donovan Sharpe, growing up in the 80s and 70s and the 80s, he got clowned. He didn't just get fat overnight. That's a lifetime of bad eating, no exercise. This stuff doesn't happen overnight. So I'm sure he got clowned when he was young. Now he has a platform, and I can say whatever I want to say, but I'm gonna be loyal to my guys to a fault, and it's a feminine trait. Let them dudes handle their own business. Hey, Aba Preach, and like I said, when he went on the lead attorney show the first time, when the first thing popped off, the man thing would have been to say, hey, look, those are my guys, but I told him, hey man, you dudes were wrong for whatever went down, blah blah blah. That's all I got to say, lead, about that. They were wrong. There's no justification for it, and I told them so. We still cool, but that's what it is. But see, that's how men handle it. Even the dude, Coach Greg Adams. I mean, I heard Lead say that I've seen him once or twice, but I can't watch the content, some of the content of these guys, especially not about trying to get women. Like, that's just a waste of time. But anyway, those are my final thoughts, brothers. I mean, there's a lot of fake gurus out here. These dudes have been exposed, all three of them. I mean, in researching this video, I saw people showing Donovan's arrest records. I mean, like, people just go in. I mean, he lied about his wife being a certain age. She's 40 plus, and I guess People thought he had a hot young woman, and this is the kind of stuff that he tells young dudes to go get a young woman, and then he goes and gets the older woman. I mean, with all the resources that he has and the game that he has, you know. And she may be a lovely lady, and this is not about her. This is just about what these dudes are telling you, and then they're living something different. That's a problem. But, you know, the space is big enough for all of them. You know, whatever it is, just vet who you're listening to. But you got to, as a man, you got to be able to hold your own nuts. You can't, you know, expect for Big Brother to come save me. You know, that's silly. And for him to take up for them like, I have to take care of my guys. Are they that fragile? You know, that's silly. And then it's us against them. It's a clique. And when you start off saying lead was going to be fair, and then all of a sudden, oh, I think OJ put him up to it because he's in the chat. Like, silly. Really silly, man. But, you know. Anyway, those are my final thoughts. Peace, Rebel family.